Hello, is everything working? Is everything working for once? No way. No way. This is where you tell me you can't hear my mic. Can you hear me? One in chat if you can hear me. How are we doing, everyone? 2. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, it's been that long since I've streamed. I thought something was absolutely going to go wrong. Because usually when I start stream, there's some technical problem. All right, let's go. Let's just go. Listen, it's the day, guys. It's the day. It's also, okay, right. Hold on. It's weird because my chat's over here. Okay, chat's here. My screen's here. So I've got to look over here to chat, but I want to look over here because of the angle. But anyway, how are we all doing? We're going to watch the Little Nightmares Showcase, which starts in 15 minutes, but I don't think it starts... I think the stream starts in 15 minutes, but I don't think the showcase starts that early. But that's okay. We can chat. We can talk and stuff. But how are we all doing? There's so many of you here already. First time catching me live. Rebecca, listen, I never stream. I never, ever stream, especially on this channel. But Mandy, welcome in. Thank you for being first, even though you cheated because I posted it in my Discord. But anyway, hello. Right. Yeah, I thought I might as well stream it, okay? Because I've just done the video on the main channel. I've just done the 10 Things You Might Have Missed video for Five Nights at Freddy's. And I was like, what should I do today? And then I remembered it was the Little Nightmares Showcase. So I was like, well, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do any work now then, am I? Because it's the Little Nightmares Showcase, obviously. You're excited? I am too. Uncle, I am too. So warm. The UK is like a furnace right now. It is. I have... Okay, right, hear me out. So I have a fan over on the other side of the room that is kind of working. But then I also have like this bad boy right here that is currently off because that's going to blow right into the microphone. So I'm not going to put it on for your sake. But I kind of want to. I need to start streaming more. It's difficult. It's difficult because considering that like I am a one-man band, like I do all my own recording and editing across 2 channels, it's really hard to find the time. This might sound like super, you know, corporate-y or whatever, but anytime I spend streaming is time away from creating more videos, which is kind of like... It's hard, right? It's hard. Even though I enjoy streaming, I enjoy it. It's just one of those things where it's like people, I think most of my audience prefer videos to streams. Also, Squeaky, welcome in. How you doing? Give Bron a hug. When are we going to get Bron in? Wait, oh, I haven't put my alerts on. Hold on. I'm a trash streamer confirmed. Oh, also, by the way, I had to start everything again on OBS because I had to reinstall Windows. One second. Now that should work. Wait, hold on. Can I replay it? Hold on, chat. Chat, hold on. Keep holding, don't let go. Can I replay? Hold, please. Hold, please. There we go. That should work. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Hold on. I don't know if it's going to read it or not. No. Okay. Munchie, thank you for the US $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. I hope we'll get character customization for this game, different color jumpsuits for alone and cape colors for low. That could be cool. We've never really had... Well, we had the hats and the so we had like the masks in the first game and then the hats in the second game, right? So like maybe, but it's gonna be hard because this is the first time where it's been a co-op game, so who knows? You know, who knows if they're gonna do it or not. It's also the first time that Supermassive are making it aside from Tarsier Studios, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous, but I hope it's great. Hello from Norway. Hello, Sarah, welcome in. Sarah, I'm sorry, welcome in. Can't wait to see my theory videos for Little Nightmares 3 and Reanimal once they release. Me too. Me too. I'm really hoping that Little Nightmares 3 is as good as 1 and 2. But I'm also super excited for Reanimal. And I'm trying not to like compare the two because hopefully they're both great, right? Like hopefully they're both great. But I do think for me, Reanimal seems a little bit creepier and I'm all about the creepy. So who knows? Who knows? Oh, where can we find the Discord link? If you really want to join my Discord, go to my Twitch. There's a link in the About Me section on Twitch. I don't really do anything with my Discord. It's such a dead Discord, honestly. But you're welcome to join. You just have to be mobile verified and you have to like read the rules and stuff. They did Little Nightmares 3 dirty, like it doesn't look like the most interesting one out of the 3 so far. I think there are very valid points on both sides of this whole Little Nightmares 3 debate. I think that it does look very different to 1 and 2 in a lot of ways. And I think that that's valid. I think that's valid to talk about. I think it's a new studio. It's clearly very different to, in some respects, you know. I think that's valid. And if you're not excited for Little Nightmares 3, that's fine. And if you are excited for Little Nightmares 3, that's also fine. Like, it's fine. It's fine to be excited. It's fine if you're not excited. I mean, I hope it's great for everybody. Like, that would be great. But who knows? We'll have to see, you know? The theory videos after the showcase? Maybe. I'm very tired today, so probably no videos today. It was like a furnace yesterday, but it's now cloudy and ick. Not so sunny Wales. Oh, we got a Welshie in. I haven't been to Wales in years, honestly. Have I seen the new teaser video on Mob's channel about the Doctor? I did, Dr. Sawyer. I did see the video and I thought it was very cool, but I was far too busy with my FNAF video to really, sort of pay too much attention to it. I will say it's funny how everyone's losing their minds about 1007 as if there obviously wasn't a 1007 anyway. Like, that's not news. Like, of course there was a 100. What do you mean? Like, they're in a number sequential order. Like, wait until I blow your mind with 1008. Hello Roland, welcome in. How you doing? Lucky where you are. Sorry, I'm gonna start that one again. Lucky where I am been so warm, for some reason the Midlands is boiling. Yeah, I was just in Birmingham a few weeks ago for UK Games Expo. That was a great time. Alexandra, welcome in. How you doing? And if I have missed any messages, I'm sorry. There is no slow mode on today, and I might regret that decision. We'll see, but who knows? Who knows? Moface, welcome in. How you doing? You're early. Definitely thought I missed the showcase. No. So it's due to start in like 40 minutes. Like, we've got time yet, but I don't know if there's going to be a pre-show or anything, because the stream apparently starts in 7 minutes, but we'll see. I don't know why my headset keeps disconnecting today. But yeah, Moface, how you doing? You got any videos coming up? You know what? I'm gonna be so for real. I haven't been watching a lot of YouTube lately. I should check out. I think I missed your latest video. I think I might have missed it. Hello from the Netherlands. Welcome in. These two games look great so far, but it's true that Reanimal does look more creepy, and also I can't put my finger on it, but for some reason it looks much more brutal. I have a theory, and I purposefully haven't made it because it's a little bit of a controversial one, because it's a theory about Tarsier Studio. And I'm just gonna say the theory now, right? But I think that Tarsier Studio really wanted to make something like horrifically creepy. And if you look at the original trailer for Little Nightmares 1, when it was still called Hunger, that was that was even creepier than what Little Nightmares turned out to be. And now if you look at Reanimal, that seems even creepier again than Little Nightmares. So my theory is that Tarsier really wanted to like up the creepy factor, but Bandai Namco were like, let's make it appeal to a broader audience. That's my theory. I could be wrong. I don't want to like throw any shade at Bandai because I like Bandai, but that's my theory. It seems a little bit sus otherwise. Do you know what I'm saying? Also, LeDuke, thank you so much for the, what are they called? Stickers. I have no idea what that currency is. But thank you for the knock 100. That's what it says. Knock 100. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I do. What currency is that? Norwegian krone? I don't know. I don't think it is. I think I've had this one before. Sorry, lots of noises. Monty, thank you for the US $2. Do you know how multiplayer will work? It's just co-op. So you can either play, like, I think it's online co-op with a friend, or you'll just get an AI buddy to help you. But yeah, thanks for the monetary support, guys. Listen, what is that? What is that, a lemon? Is that a lemon dancing with Macarenas? You've been surprised by the lack of marketing for Little Nightmares 3. Kind of starting to feel like it's going to be a 2026 release date. It might be. It might be. Now, I'm fine with that. I am fine with whenever the game releases. If it's like, I'd rather it released ready. And okay, I'm going to throw a little bit of shade now. I'm going to, do you know, I need like stuff on my wall. I need stuff on my stream for hype moments like this, because I'm going to throw some shades. It is Norwegian krone. Thank you so much for the 100 Norwegian krone. I appreciate that so much. Is that a lot? I don't know. That could be like, I don't know how much that is, but I appreciate it all regardless. Where was I going with this? I got distracted by money. Yeah, release date. So I would rather a game release when it's ready than it release to a set strict release date. I understand sometimes if you're like, especially if you're on consoles and stuff, I understand that you are like locked into a release date sometimes. But I think it's always best for a game to release later and release more polished, because you only get one release. And most people will play the game on release and then never go back to it. So, and I think that with Poppy Playtime Chapter 4, I really liked it, but a month after that chapter was released, it ended up getting improved a lot. And I'm like, why didn't you just release it a month later then? Do you know what I mean? You would have had so much less criticism. You'd had so much more hype. But anyway, I know it's really hard. It's not that simple. But I'm always on the side of release when ready. People will wait for a game to be ready. People won't wait for a game as much to be fixed. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for all the money. I appreciate it. Thank you for another $2. No split screen. I know, very sad. Doll Dragon, thank you for the £5. You're back again. Money, money, money. How you been? Thank you so much. Okay, let me try and catch up on some of these. You don't know much about these games. You've been too invested in Poppy and FNAF. Do you think Reanimal and Little Nightmares will have connected lore? No, they can't. So Reanimal is made by the original devs of Little Nightmares, but Tarsier Studio, I don't know if they sold the rights to Bandai or if Bandai acquired them, but either way, Bandai Namco owned the rights to Little Nightmares. Tarsier were the developers of it and the people who made it originally, but now they don't have the rights to it anymore. So Reanimal is going to be completely separate. It's going to be completely non-related, but I do think there might be some spiritual connections. There might be some, you know, like some design similarities. There might be some sort of, you know, it's the same studio, so maybe there's going to be some similarities that way. Too much of a chicken to play these games? That's okay. Lots of people are. Lots of people are, honestly. You're the best. Putting out the, is it LB1B? Because I've seen this game before, but I've never played it. And then working on some darker comic vids. So you've been enjoying Secret of the Mimic. I've really been enjoying Secret of the Mimic. Like, really, I was surprised. Because I liked Security Breach. But I was never a big fan. Like, I didn't love Security Breach. I liked it. But Secret of the Mimic was so good. Like, so good. Is online co-op or... I don't know. Also, I'm sorry, Tabora. I don't know the song name because it's just from Epidemic Sound. Okay, let me catch up. Kiana Games, thank you so much for the US $10. Hey, Tericho, we hope we can see more streams in the near future. Listen, I stream sometimes. I enjoy streaming. But it's just when I have time. But things like this, where it's like a showcase where we can watch it together, that it makes sense, right? Like it makes sense to do a stream rather than do like a reaction video or whatever. But I think it's starting in a second, by the way, so I might have to switch over. But yeah, most of my content I find... Okay, I just wonder what this song was. Most of my content makes sense to do in video form, right? Because you can always watch a video. People don't like watching VODs of streams that often. You have to do a deep dive. Thanks, Clary. I do, honestly, Little Nightmares, one of the best series out there for theories. Like, one of the best series out there for theories ever. Reanimal looks like it's going to be amazing, too. Tibora, thank you for the PLN. Polish? I had no idea. Thank you so much. No More Poverty, are you excited for RE9? Yeah, I actually am. You know, after the trailer, I'm actually excited for RE9. Now, I really liked RE7, and I also liked RE8, even though RE8 was way more action focused. But RE9 so far looks great. It looks really good. Guys, hold on. Don't like ignore my bald head, okay? I'm gonna like plug in my. Ignore it. Go ahead. I think. Oh, it's starting. I think I need to buy like a new headset, guys, because it keeps disconnecting all the time. Oh, it's exciting. Oh, it's starting. Hold that thought. Polish Slotus? Should I make this full screen? Yeah, let's make this full screen. There we go. Oh, so my chat does work. It's just really dark. Hold please. Hold please. Hold please. Hold please. There we go. That should work. Better. There we go. Okay. Is it very loud for you guys as well? Because holy damn. Holy damn. And I'm so sorry if I missed any of your messages. I missed loads of your messages. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Give me Little Nightmares news. It's really loud. It is loud, isn't it? You thought it was in a few hours? No. Oh, hang on. Wait. No, they tricked us. They tricked us. What is this? They got me all excited. They had like hype music. We got scammed. Bandai scammed us again. That's all right. We'll just chat for another half an hour. If you've got any questions, get them in now, because as soon as the video starts, like I'm gonna be ignoring you all. So get it in. I can't believe we got scammed. Tericho's chat is dark. That trash. But no, like the text was black, so you couldn't really read it. But now you can read it. So there you go. Anyway, okay, so I've been meaning to do like an update video. Oh, the music though. Oh, the music though. Oh. Okay, I love this music. Little Nightmares 3 main theme. The music's getting me excited, I'm not gonna lie. Right, what was I saying? Yeah, so there are so many games coming up for the channel that we can cover. I am so excited because this last like year, maybe two, has been a bit like, it's been a little bit dry in terms of content releases for like horror theory games, which is like my niche, right? So it's been a little bit stressful. It's been a little bit stressful trying to like find content to make and trying to like keep the momentum going. Now, I was doing well on keeping the momentum going, except I did have to take like 2 months off of work because my whole room has water damage in it, which I am pretty sure is now resolved. I've moved everything, all new furniture, new computer desk, everything. So now I can work again. Oh, and I also just had a convention like 2 weeks ago. But now we have so much to look forward to. We've got Little Nightmares 3. We've got Reanimal. We've got Resident Evil 9. We've got Silent Hill F. We've got a bunch of small games too, like you know, smaller like indie games too, like Giggleland. Banban comes out soon. I can't wait to do that on the second channel. Like I have been unironically enjoying the second channel so much lately. Even Banban, I enjoyed playing Banban on the second channel. You're in major deja vu. What, from the Little Nightmares 2 release, Jude? Also, welcome in, Jude. How you doing? Are you getting deja vu from, or are you getting deja vu from me having a break from YouTube? Listen, I don't. Out of memory? How are we out of memory? What do you mean out of memory? What is going on? Do you think they'll release the date as a specific release for Little Nightmares 3? I would be very surprised if they don't announce the release date today. If this stream that they've been hyping up all week that they are literally like calling a Little Nightmares showcase. If this stream doesn't have the release date for Little Nightmares 3, I might boycott it. That's how confident and I think I might boycott it. So many Dino games, the era of the Dino. I do not care about Dino games until they remaster or remake Dino Crisis. And until that day, I don't care. I'm out. Say me. Okay, there you go. I said it. Wait, your ban? The fact that they're showing off the music, confirming the main theme already, gives me hope for a shadow drop. I don't mind. I honestly don't mind if they say the game's coming out in March next year. Like, I don't care when. I just want to know. Because one thing that I was getting a little bit, not annoyed with, but a little bit worried about, was how we had like so many trailers, so many things, so many teasers, so many hype, and then they went silent. They went completely silent for like months. And I said this a few weeks ago on Twitter, I think. I said, can we just have an update? Like, even if that update is, guys, the game's still delayed. Like, just can we have an update? Have you seen Ill trailer? Is a game called Ill? I don't know. Never thought you'd see the day, see someone so excited to see a Ban release. Do you know why it is, Toby? Do you know why it is? So for those who don't know, I have a second channel now where I do all of my gameplay. So all of my gameplay, whether it's Poppy Playtime, Little Nightmares, whatever, all of that goes over on my second channel now, right? And this main channel, which I love to death, this main channel is how I make all my money, right? This is how I live. This is how I pay my bills. So this main channel takes like a lot of effort and brain power and work to like, okay, what game am I going to cover? What kind of theory am I going to do? Like, am I going to do a 10 things you might have missed? Am I going to do a theory? Am I going to do an explained? Like, what am I, you know, there's a lot of brain power. The playthrough channel, I just do whatever I want. And it's so much fun. Like, I just play games and be stupid. And, you know, it's doing all right. The channel's doing okay. Like, people seemed to enjoy the Ban playthroughs. That's some of my best performing videos on that channel. I don't get it. I don't get it. They're dumb. But anyway. Actual deja vu when they revealed 30 more minutes. Oh, I see. Is there a release date for Ban 8? There's a release date for the next Ban, yeah. No, there's going to be a release date. I think they have announced that a release date is coming, I think. If we don't get at least a rough release date, at least like a month, we can expect I'm going to riot. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be very unhappy if we don't get it today, honestly. Not me being behind on anything current Little Nightmares. I'm ready for the game. You doing well? Fantastic. Drop a link for the second channel, please. Oh yeah, sure. Hold on. LeDuke, thank you for the Norwegian kroner, right? Am I getting it right this time? Thank you so much. I would love to make a fan out of you. Where should I tag? I have Instagram. I have Twitter. I have... That's it. I've got Instagram and Twitter. But any of those. Yeah, the second channel is Tericho DLC. I will get you a quick link. I will drop it into the chat for you all. In fact, I might pin it and then anyone who wants to find it, they can. But no, I really enjoy the second channel because if, like, when I post the video, if it doesn't do well in terms of views, it doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter, right? And I like that. Because if I post it on the main channel and it doesn't do well, it like stresses me out. So if I do this... This is a link to my second channel. Can I pin that? I can pin it. Wait, hang on. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna pin that one. There we go. Little Nightmares 3 seems like it brings some kind of conclusion to the story. I don't know, because it seems like Little Nightmares 3 is going in a completely different direction, which in some ways can be a good thing. And in some ways, I don't know. I really want to see like a conclusion to 6's story. I think 6 deserves a conclusion. But I'm also not mad if they want to do like something different. That's absolutely fine. As long as they do it good, like as long as they do it well, I'm totally fine with it. I kind of want to see a conclusion to 6's story, but that doesn't mean that they can't do that in a future game. I'm still personally holding out hope that there will be a little teaser to 6 in Little Nightmares 3. I'm hoping that they do that, and obviously they don't want to ruin the surprise, so they're not showing it anywhere. But like, just imagine how cool would it be? How cool would it be? I'm talking to you, Bandai Namco. How cool would it be if all the way through Little Nightmares 3, we get to know these new characters, and then right at the end, there's just a little shadow of 6. And then how excited would we all be for Little Nightmares 4? You know what I mean? Like, come on. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. I don't think we're going to see 6 this game, but I think we're going to get a teaser to 6. You watch all my Let's Plays at work and helps me get through the day. Hey, I appreciate that. So, like, I actually, one of the reasons why I started doing playthroughs more consistently is one of my, like, closest friends. She really enjoys playthroughs. And so she's always telling me, like, oh, you should do more playthroughs. You play through this game, play through that game. And so I kind of like make them for my friends and anyone else who wants to watch them, right? And I also think it's really fun to do. So yeah, I like it. You thought Tobias, I can never say his second name. Lilia? I don't know. I'm so sorry. Wasn't making the music for these games anymore. Sounds like his style. No, I think he is. I think he's composing music for this game too. It's Tarsier Studio that aren't working on the game anymore. You're wondering why you haven't seen any gameplay from you in a while? Now you know why. Yeah, I do plug it occasionally, Twisted, on the main channel, but I guess some people miss posts or they miss, you know, my little casual references to it. But I didn't really want to, like, I didn't want to heavily promote the second channel when I just made it, because sometimes people will go and subscribe to a channel to support you, and that's really great. But then they don't watch your content, and it kind of signals to YouTube that the content is terrible because the subscribers aren't watching it. So I kind of wanted to let it grow by itself, but I do plug it now and again. There needs to be an enemy who has an amputee. I think that would make a creepy villain. There were enemies that were amputees. They were in the hospital in Little Nightmares 2. Why does Little Nightmares 3 look different to the other ones? Because it's made by a different studio and different characters and stuff like that. So it's inevitable it is going to look a little bit different. Also, for Jables, welcome in. How you doing? Playthrough for sleeps. Also, what is this? This is a Little Nightmares showcase. We don't know what that means, but I'm expecting a release date. It'd be such a mic drop moment. Exactly. Could you imagine all the clips? Could you imagine all the, like, YouTube clips and stuff? Dino Dude, thank you so much for the $9.99 US. You're still mad at the Gaming Beaver for disrespecting you and comparing, by the way, my favorite place is the circus and what do you think the collectibles will be? I don't think Gaming Beaver ever disrespected me. As far as I'm aware, I don't think he did. You know what? If he did, that's okay. I don't really care. But I don't think he did. I know there are certain other creators in the Little Nightmares community that are very disrespectful, and I'm not going to mention any of their names. But it's one of those things. I'm too busy working on my own videos to really care. As long as no one's stealing my content, I don't really care. Like, that's all I really care about. If people are stealing my videos and claiming them as their own, that's an issue. Otherwise, I don't really care. I think it's kind of sad sometimes that people just, I feel like on YouTube, if you're spending your time criticizing other creators, that's just more time you could be spending improving your own content. But it is what it is. It's the world. It's life. If Bandai wants to keep Little Nightmares as like a franchise, I hope they drop a teaser for 6. I hope so. I really want a conclusion to 6's story. I don't think that the end of Little Nightmares 1 was a good conclusion for 6. I want to see 6 turn into a monster. Like a full-on evil monster. How do you feel about us following completely brand new characters in Little Nightmares 3? I am fine with it. I will say, in my own personal preference, I kind of preferred the designs of the characters in previous games, only because I think the new ones look fine, but they were a little bit more simple. And I don't know why this keeps flashing. Can you guys see this flashing? I don't know what it is. I think it might be lightning. I feel like the Low and Alone feel a little bit more over-designed. Like, they have a bit more detail and a bit more, like, complexity to them, which is absolutely fine. I just prefer the more simplistic style. Like, if you think about Mono, he's a kid in a trench coat with a bag on his head, and that's it. 6 is just a girl with a raincoat on. That's it. Whereas these guys have a bit more... Do you know what I mean? I don't know. That's just a personal preference. But in terms of following a new story, that's fine. But I hope that this game isn't completely separate from the universe, because there's so many little things that I want to know more about, right? Like, I want to know more about, like, is the Thin Man still around? Like, where's 6? What she's doing? Like, is the Moor still, like, is it still active? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things, but we'll see. Huge. At first, you were scared that Little Nightmares 3 wouldn't be good because they kept showing off the baby, so I thought that the creature would show up for too long and others would be overshadowed. Yeah, I mean, the baby was like inspired from concept art from Little Nightmares 2, and I think the baby looks cool. I think the baby looks like a cool enemy, but my main issue with that area was how light and bright it is, which that just kind of stands at odds for what Little Nightmares should be. Like, Little Nightmares has always been dark and nighttime, but it's fine. Again, listen, I'm willing to give the game a chance, and if the game is great, I'll be happy. Apparently, there are theories that suggest that the supervisor enemy is actually some sort of spider enemy. She just sits on wheels. That would be cool. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind that. I'm really glad you two joined the Insomniac Little Nightmares waiting camp. Is it really late for you? It's only 7:45 here, so it's not too bad. I am really tired, though. I've just not been sleeping well this week. I blame the heat, honestly. Do you think they'll go back to the moor as one of the trailers an area like that? But that might be me. I'm pretty sure that area is the factory, but I agree. It does look similar to the moor. I think it would be cool if one day we just like have a little like... Because like this game, we're going through mirrors, right? And we're going to be teleporting through areas. So there's a chance we could go through it briefly. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? You agree they do feel over-designed? Yeah, which is like... I don't think they're bad designs. I don't think that... Like, low and alone, I think they look fine. But I miss the simplicity of what Tarsier did. I just think that was a little bit more simple and a little bit more... For me, it was a little bit more effective. However, I don't think that they're bad, right? Like, I don't think that either of those designs are bad designs. It's just like a personal preference thing. Have you noticed how every character is kind of in a time loop? I am praying that the lore adds up. I don't agree with that theory. I know this is like a super like common, super popular theory. I think Mono's in a time loop. I don't think 6 is. I don't think 6 is in a time loop at all. I think that was just kind of like a... I mean, again, it's a theory. It could be right. But I don't think she is. I think 6 and the lady are completely separate. And I don't think that 6 becomes the lady when she grows up either. Sorry if you're late. You just got here. That's okay. Don't worry. Welcome in. You're late. No, guys, look, we've got 15 minutes till the showcase starts. You're fine. Like, there's ages yet. Don't worry about it. It's about noon here in California. Nice. Nice. Is it hot in California right now? I bet it is. Tericho stream. Let's go. Is that lightning? Because that keeps flashing me. And I'm like, I don't know what it is. I think it might be lightning. It's been humid and hot in Norway. Feel like, yeah, it's like the problem. And I know this happens on like social media a lot. Like a lot of people keep talking about the Brits and the heat, but like our houses are so hot. Like it just like the heat just stays in the house. It's awful. I love the theory that Alone from Little Nightmares 3 is the nose-bleeding pigtails girl from the comics. Would be such a cool concept. That was my theory. That was one of my theories that other certain content creators in the Little Nightmare space tried to dismiss, even though they had no evidence to dismiss it, but that's fine. She might not be. Like, I'm not saying she definitely is. It's, again, not to quote the GOAT. Quote the GOAT. That's bars. That's bars. But not to quote the GOAT. But it's just a theory. Like, most of my theories are just theories, right? Like, I'm not saying that they are actually facts. They're just theories. Maybe they're real, maybe they're not. It's 100 F here. I'm melting. That is like 60 too much. From what I know of your weird heat measurement system, Panda, that's like 60 too much. Maybe 40 too much. 6 doesn't look like the lady, but I wonder how they are connected. I think that 6 and the lady are connected by their goals. I think that is it. I think the lady is powerful and 6 wants power. And I think that is all that it is. I think the lady is, you know, feeding children to the guests in the moor. 6 takes her power for herself because Shadow 6 told her to. I think that is as far as that connection goes. I do not think that like 6 grows up to be the lady. I definitely don't think that they're related like as family because the devs basically debunked that one. Sacramento was 105 last week. The Bay Area is 65. I think I'd rather 65. Same for Never. Welcome in. How are you doing? I use Celsius, guys. I don't know Fahrenheit very well. I don't know it very well. 100, just a number for heat should never get to 100. That's all I know. So help me if this counter ends and it's just a release date. Like, no, they can't. There's no way they can do a showcase and it's just a date. Like, that would be... No. 72 where I'm at in SoCal, but it's been in the triple digit for the past few weeks. Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. So like I say, currently it is here. It is 18 degrees Celsius, right? It's 18 degrees Celsius and I am still uncomfortably hot. To be fair, I do have a computer right next to me that is pumping heat into my face. And I also have a boiler over there in the room that's also generating heat. And I don't have a window in here anymore. So, but still, what platform do I play these games on? I play all of my games for stream basically on PC, on Steam. I very rarely play any other consoles. I just bought a Switch 2. I got a Switch 2. I've been playing Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom for the first time, which is great. But no, most of my content games I just do on PC. It's just easier. It's theorized that Mono is in fact in a loop, but 6 isn't in a loop, but a cycle. But she broke the cycle by presumably leaving them all through the ship that brings the guests. I think 6 was only in a cycle when she was in Little Nightmares 2, though. I think her leaving Mono was her breaking the cycle, and then she went on and carried on like normal. But I don't think her and the lady are in a cycle. I just personally don't. People are weird. Who cares if theories are right or wrong? It's just good, clean fun. Well, that's the thing. Like, I think it's absolutely fine to critique theories and to give counter evidence for theories, things like that. That's absolutely fine. But some people do get really hung up on like whether a theory is correct or not. And I'm like, it's just for fun. Theories are for fun. We're making them for fun. Like, yeah, I'd like to be right, of course. Like, of course I like to be right. And when you make a theory and it turns out to be proved right later, that's a great feeling. But like, if you are scared of getting theories wrong, then you're not cut out to be a theorist, right? And like people who get really mad at theorists for getting stuff wrong, I'm like, I just don't know why you're so pressed about it. You know what I mean? Tears of the Kingdom mention, it's really good. I never finished. I started Breath of the Wild and I never finished it, and I need to finish it. But I've been enjoying Tears so far. I really like the you know, building stuff to do the puzzles. I really like that. It's cool. 38 Celsius in Quebec. No, thank you. You can keep it. 38. Yeah, you can all keep it. Thank you. Think of it like a percentage. 100 is 100% hot. 40 is 40% hot. But no, that doesn't work though, because you can get to 110. Also, let's be honest, Celsius is superior because 0 in Celsius is the freezing point of water, which is the most common element on the planet, or the most common, you know, substance on the planet. So it makes sense. You can't do Celsius. 95F for me. That's fair. I have to convert it on Google. He's getting cooked. Is 6 or the original Raincoat Girl Cece the Doctor's sister? I don't think Cece is 6, even though it would be really ironic if she was. But I don't think Cece is 6. But there was a little hint in the Sounds of Nightmares podcast that Cece saw the yellow raincoat, implying that. I mean, I guess that could be implying that, you know, the yellow raincoat was there. But it was a weird little thing to mention. Also, by the way, this is not beer. This is sparkling water. Before anybody complains, it's sparkling water. YouTube, don't demonetize me, okay? I did listen to the Sounds of Nightmares, Sean. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. The thunder thing keeps flashing us. I think it is thunder, yeah. What do you think about the desert area? Could the area they're in have random areas? Well, the place that Little Nightmares 3 is set in is called the Spiral, and we've already seen that we're going to be going through mirrors to travel to different areas. So I think it's safe to say that there are multiple areas. We've seen the factory, the candy factory. We've seen the desert area, and we've also seen the carnival. I'm hoping maybe there's a couple that we haven't seen, maybe, but who knows. What if the concept arts of Little Nightmares 2 and such are different timelines with different outcomes of the events that happened in like loops of Little Nightmares 2? I mean, that's a cool theory. That's a cool theory. I just think in game dev, a lot of the times, like a lot of stuff that is conceptualized doesn't make it into the game for one reason or another. But that's a cool theory. Playing releases before or in October? October wouldn't be too bad. You max you saw in Toronto is 46. No, thank you. I get too hot at like 25. Celsius is better, but we use Fahrenheit and I don't really get a choice. That's fair. That is fair, yeah. You got to use what your country uses. However, I'm just saying we're better. I'm just saying we're better. Enjoying the Five Nights at Freddy's DBD stuff. Yeah, kind of. I'm not enjoying how most people are playing Springtrap in DBD because most people are playing him really boringly, in a really boring way. And I do think that he's a little bit like, they need to move his doors away from gens. Holy crap. However, I'm not hating it. I'm not hating this chapter like I've hated some chapters, so that's good. Measuring freedom units. Which Little Nightmares do you like better, 1 or 2? I have a soft spot for 1. I do really enjoy 1, but I think 2 was really good too. This is Aiden, by the way. Oh, welcome in, Aiden. How you doing? No docs. But yeah, no, I'm not hating it, but I'm not loving it either. I'm kind of like, it's okay. I just don't like how most people are playing Springtrap. They're playing him really in such a boring way. So maybe Sounds of Nightmares and Little Nightmares 3 are connected, maybe Low and Alone meet Noon. I think that Sounds of Nightmares is absolutely connected to Little Nightmares 3. I think it would be weird if they're not, you know? Made me think of the Fibonacci spiral sequence. No relation at all, but I think layout-like areas within the spiral could be cool. So I think that the spiral is supposed to represent like a mental spiral, but that doesn't also mean that it can't represent something else as well. Because Little Nightmares 1 and 2 have definitely had a lot of things that have sort of multiple metaphorical meanings. Do you have any theories for Reanimal? I made one already. I don't really have anything else until we get our hands on the game. But I will have Reanimal theories for sure. When did Little Nightmares 2 release? There you go, 2021. Fun fact, the first game that I ever made theories on this channel was Little Nightmares 2. Are there any big horror titles you're looking forward to, like the new Tarsier Studios game Reanimal? Yeah, I'm looking forward to Reanimal, Little Nightmares 3, Silent Hill F. Ironically, I'm really looking forward to. Of course, the Silent Hill 1 remake now. I'm looking forward to... There's quite a few, honestly. There are quite a few. You happy for Little Nightmares 3? Good, I'm glad that you are. Slow the showcase down. Could be something we need to pause. I mean, I don't want to... I'll look back at the footage after, because I don't really want to mess with the stream. You know what I mean? You have your drink and popcorn ready? I've only got a drink. I've got some sparkling water. We got a spammer in the chat. I mean, there's always a bit of spam, but that's fine. I don't really see any... I don't see any major spam. I'm very curious on how it will end. Will they escape? Will they die together, or none of the above? I think it is Lightning, but you've got me paranoid now. I think that the name being Alone could be a cheeky little hint, but we'll see. Especially with the Sounds of Nightmares and all the mental stuff forming the nowhere. Yeah, it seems like the people... So if you guys haven't listened to the Sound of Nightmares, go and listen to it. It's great. But it seems like the more desperate... Mizu, hi, welcome in. How you doing? The more sort of like desperate someone gets, the more the nowhere gets a grip on them. And it seems like they have to agree to go there. Like they have to give permission almost to go there. And you'd have to be kind of crazy to go there, right? You know what I'm saying? There's definitely like an Alice in Wonderland vibe to it, which there's already been Alice in Wonderland like references in Little Nightmares, so that makes sense. I was here when you were covering Little Nightmares 2, though under a different account name is what got me into watching these games. Oh, you were under a different account name. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Little Nightmares 2 was a really good time. Honestly, it was a really good time. I really enjoyed covering it, and I'm looking forward to covering Little Nightmares 3. Obviously, we've been doing a lot of Poppy lately. Although I will be honest, I will be very, very honest. I'm really happy on how like my random games videos have been doing. You know, like I just did like a random Resident Evil 9 video, did pretty well. Five Nights at Freddy's, that video is doing quite well. Like I'm really happy that I can cover lots of different games, because I'd get so bored. As much as I love Poppy, I'd get so bored just covering one game. Like the same would be said with Little Nightmares. Like I'd get bored of just doing Little Nightmares. I'd get bored of just doing Poppy. I would get bored of just doing one game. So I'm glad that I could do multiple. Singing Barrister, welcome in. How you doing? Bet Tarsier Studios will release a Reanimal showcase after this, just like how they released demo. No, Tarsier have already announced that they're doing an update for Reanimal, but it's like a couple of weeks. I think it's at least a couple of weeks. It's not right after this one. YouTube is taking forever, though. Arnica, thank you so much for the US 1999. I appreciate that. Thanks for all your theories and playthroughs. No, thank you for watching them. Listen, I wouldn't be able to make them if you didn't watch them. So I hope you enjoy my content. And again, I really do just want to take a little moment to say thank you for everybody who like tunes into, whether it's like, you know, my random games that I cover, whether it's my live streams or like whatever. If you watch some of my videos, I appreciate you. I just came in from the pool after an apartment complex. What's happening? Mordred, we have a Little Nightmares showcase starting in 1 minute and 25. We have no idea what it is. I am theorizing that it's going to be the release date, but we'll see. Maybe there's more. Who knows? Who knows? That RE9 was great to listen to. We'll watch anything you put out. Don't worry. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Obviously, not everyone is interested in every game, so not everyone will watch... You know, like, not everyone who's interested in Poppy Playtime will watch a Resident Evil video, but like, that's normal. Like, I don't want you to watch videos you're not interested in. But yeah, no, I'm saying I really appreciate that I have enough people that tune in that I can keep making videos on a variety of games. You listen to my videos when you do cross stitch. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Not bored with Ban. Listen. Don't get it twisted. Ban is not great. I still think Ban is kind of trash. However, it's fun trash. It's trash, but it's fun enough that I will happily make a crappy playthrough about it. And we'll see. RE9 is a solid topic. Hey, look, I'm really looking forward to Little Nightmares 9. I'm really looking forward to Little Nightmares 9, guys. No, I'm really looking forward to Resident Evil 9. I think that the tone of it is what I've been missing from Resident Evil. Okay, we've got like 10 seconds left, guys. All right, I'm ready. Captain, welcome in. How you doing? All right, impress me. Let me know if the volume's okay.
Peggy 16.
Yep. Gotta be 16 to play it. No kids in this game. We still haven't figured out what the mirror means. 6! I see a 6! I see lots of 6s. Sorry, I got excited. I got very excited, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, obviously they're going to cover all the games. Oh, they showed the little spoiler bit where you could see the shadows. That's like my favorite part of Little Nightmares. Is it a little loud? Sorry, I think it might have been a little loud. Volume is fine? Okay. I've turned it down a little bit.
Go back to sleep, little one.
I would love to go back to sleep.
The answers might be in your dreams.
I'm so ready. There might be a little delay on the stream. I'm sorry. Sometimes if you refresh the stream, it helps the delay. Okay.
Hi, I'm Jen Douglas, and thank you for joining us for this Little Nightmares
No, thank you.
event.
I'm excited.
I'm Maya, community manager on Little Nightmares, and I'm so happy to be here, especially since we have some charmingly terrifying updates to share.
We're going to be joined by
Perfect.
some fantastic guests who have been working on a variety of Little Nightmares games and projects.
And hopefully
Variety
they
of
don't go sending
games?
too many chills down our spines.
Hopefully,
More
more
games?
about the fantastic projects they've been working on, and
Can't hear.
to get an exclusive reveal of a new chapter of Little Nightmares 3 and a deep dive into some gameplay.
We might even see the return of a Little Nightmares fan favorite. Who knows?
Who knows? But if you
Sorry,
think
it
we
went
spoil
from really
everything
loud
here
to
in the
really-
intro,
really
don't
quiet.
even worry about it. There are going to be plenty of surprises.
Oh, yes.
Right. Now, some of you might know that I've been a massive fan of Little Nightmares
Same.
since the first game came out way back in 2017.
Wow. Was
I'm
it
loud,
really that long
videos
ago?
quiet.
It's literally that long ago. And since then, we've been following Mono and Six through countless terrifying locations, from haunted hospitals to creepy kitchens. Many of our childhood fears have come to life. And now it's time to face another one in this exclusive Little Nightmares 3 trailer.
All right, listen, I can't turn it up any more than that. I mean, I can turn it up here, but it's going to be super loud. You guys are going to turn it up. want to see more of this carnival. It's really loud. That's what I'm saying. You guys might need to turn it up your volumes. Right. I'm missing the trailer, guys. Oh wait, we got little enemies again? Like clockwork people. Oh, is this when the women were talking? Okay. They were a little quiet. I'm gonna have to rewatch this now though. I'm gonna have to rewatch it for all the things I missed. You're gonna have to deal with the volume. I always get these two mixed up. Which is low and which is alone. Wait, who was that? There was a dude.
As you've just seen, the carnival will be the main focus for today's look at Little Nightmares 3, and we'll revisit it for an extended gameplay demo and a deep dive into that gameplay. But for now, I'm very excited to say that we're ready to reveal the release date for Little Nightmares 3.
Let's go!
Yeah, the release date is here. Little Nightmares 3 is coming out on the 10th of October, 2025.
Sweet. Let's go. October is fine. I'm fine with October.
Before we get into Little Nightmares 3 with that shiny new release date, let's talk about
Yeah, they
Little
are just
Nightmares
quiet, guys.
as a franchise. I'm joined now by Little Nightmares franchise director, Lucas Roussel. Lucas, thank you for joining me. Welcome.
Hi, Jen. Thank you for having me.
I'm so delighted that you're here. And also, I understand that you're celebrating a Little Nightmares
Spooky
anniversary this year.
month.
Yeah, I mean, this event is a bit special to me because it's been 10 years now that I started to work on Little Nightmares. And when I think back to how we started, you know, I'm delighted and very humbled to see how far we've come.
And you must have
At least
worked
it's your
with some really talented
birthday.
people over those
Amazing.
10 years.
Yes.
I love
many,
the swinging body in the background, by the way.
Massive games. I had the opportunity to work with amazing people. And actually today we will meet new faces, new talent working on the franchise. And a lot of them
Looking
started
around
off
the set.
as fans, and now they're putting back, you know, all
The
that
lady from
love
Outside
and energy
Xbox?
back into the games
Maybe.
and the
I thought I
contents that
recognized
they're
her, but
creating.
I always think that's so cool when fans of something get to work on the thing they're so passionate about.
Yes, and I really want to take this opportunity to thank, you know, all the fans around the world, from a single game to a multimedia franchise. They've been, you know, all the time with us, supporting us, and they're really the ones who are keeping us, you know, motivated.
it's all us
to
guys. They're
continue
talking so quiet.
pushing the
It is
boundaries
quiet,
of
but then we'll go
Little
back to the
Nightmares.
gameplay and it'll be
Well
super
said,
loud. So
Exactly so, because it's the fans
have
that
to
make
listen.
Little Nightmares extra special. Now, at the top of the show, we teased that we were going to be talking about some new Little Nightmares projects. Can you share anything on those?
Yes, I mean, before that, you know, I just want to say that to me, Little Nightmares is, you know, the world. The world is what is the most important.
I
because
agree.
It's filled, you know, with mysteries. It's full of amazing characters, monsters, and location. Each of them has a unique, you know, story. I think with the games, we've just scratched the surface about what Little Nightmares can offer, and the other types of media, you know, really allow us to, you know, tell different
I know,
stories
plural
in, you know,
projects.
new ways.
That's very intriguing. What do you mean exactly?
Well, you know, let's take the example of the Sounds of Nightmares. You know, the podcast that we released 2 years ago. We were amazed by the
yeah,
reception of,
it's quiet
the
for me,
fans,
but then
you
it'll
know,
go
and
really loud when we
especially
get
it
to
comes
gameplay again.
The main character, Noon. And actually, if you enjoy the podcast, then I think you should stay a little longer, you know, with us in the show, because we will have some exclusive news to share.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Thank you,
news
Lucas.
about the podcast?
I loved the podcast, and if you didn't listen to the podcast, you're missing out. We've got a little bit.
It was really
of it
good,
for
guys.
you
Podcast was
now.
really, really good.
Let's take a listen.
It's gonna go loud again. You watch.
Yesterday evening marked my first true session with the
Yeah, the voice acting was
Signs
phenomenal.
of significant disorder are greater than I initially thought.
Bandai Namco Europe presents The Sounds of Nightmares.
Do you remember your nightmares?
I remember everything.
The first audio fiction series from the world of Little Nightmares.
I'd love more of
Last
this.
night, in my dream, a muddled voice, and then I saw him.
There must be more. Try. Interact with the dream.
I tried to scream, tearing my throat, but I had no breath.
You were right there. Don't tell me you did nothing.
God, they take more. I haven't played kindergarten yet, John. Not
I
yet.
can't help you if you hide things from me.
My head! A fire burns in there!
We can face your monsters together.
Please stop!
Exciting.
Go back to sleep, little one.
Have you noticed how
The
this is like...
might be in your dreams.
Have you noticed how like this is the tagline of this showcase? Go back to sleep, little one. The answers might be in your dreams.
So here we are in the councillor's office where much of the podcast story takes place. Don't worry though, we'll be heading back to the carnival soon for a gameplay deep dive of Little Nightmares 3. But before that, I'll
Little
be
Nightmares
probing the
in DVD.
minds of Alize and Lonnie, here to guide us through the twisted world of transmedia.
My headset is driving me crazy.
Hello. So we've left the
Bugging
relative
me.
comfort of the carnival.
Hold on.
But not only that, we've left the nowhere. We're now in the counties.
Yeah, and one, and I guess that's just gonna have to like tide me over.
They were back. I think we're back.
Absolutely.
I think we're back.
Now, Alize, the podcast isn't the only project.
If you
here to talk
missed
about,
it-
right? What else is keeping you
If
up
you
at
missed
night?
it, season 2 of The Sounds of
comic book
Nightmares. I'm
series.
so sorry that my
Little
stream
Nightmares, Descent to
disconnected.
Nowhere, written by Lonnie, by the way.
But yeah, that was what they
and
said.
It's coming very soon, and we couldn't be more
We're back.
excited.
I don't know why.
Great.
All I did was move my
Thanks
PC.
very much. Yeah, it's been a real passion.
That's all I
project
did.
for both of
I'm
us
so
for
sorry. But season
a
2
few
of The Sounds of
years now.
Nightmares, if you haven't watched season 1 or listened to it, go watch it.
There's a little something we've
Listen to
been keeping under wrap until
What?
now.
What?
I actually have the official cover
Ooh.
here.
Oh, look at that.
Have we got a new comic?
Is that Mono on the cover?
Yeah, he's part of the story.
Okay, all right. Well, tell me the whole story then.
Okay, maybe not the whole story.
Bit of a new story.
Yeah, it tells
My
two
PC is a
parallel
drama queen.
stories, one set in the counties and one set in the nowhere. In the nowhere, we follow a little mute, timid girl named Hush, and she wakes up in a jail cell and
Hush.
she's cold, and it's
Interesting.
not long before she meets Mono. They're a little hesitant to work together, but both of them have to try to figure out a way to escape this cold, labyrinthian dungeon that they're in.
Okay, and how does that connect to the counties?
Yeah, I don't want to give too much away about the counties.
What is going
Cases
on?
Of children who've gone
What is
missing
go-
over the years.
Very cool. Count me in. I can't wait to discover how those two places.
I
the
don't
nowhere and the
understand.
counties, like,
I don't
intersect and
understand.
combine. When can we get hold of the comic and where?
So
Hold.
the first issue
Hold,
will
please.
release in
Hold,
October,
please.
but you'll be able to pre-order starting in August through Titan's comic website
I don't
or
know why.
at your local comic book shops.
And how many issues will there be?
So
I'm not
4
on
in
Wi-Fi,
total,
I'm on-
and we're
I'm on
going to release
cabled.
1 episode per
I'm on
month
Ethernet. That's
until
why I don't
January.
understand why it's.
And
I
today
moved
we're
my
very
PC and
excited to
apparently that
share
like.
with you the official trailer. Let's watch.
I don't remember how I got here. 20 years as a cog,
As a what?
thinking I could make a difference. I gave myself over.
I think she said cog.
That's why I'm here.
It
Sick
sounded
of
like
feeling
cog
like a
to me, not
puppet.
cop. It sounded like cog.
I'm asking you to give it one more go. Work with me.
Candy, sweets.
Milk carton cases.
The
So these are all
vanished
people that are going missing because they're going into
They
the
haunt every mind
the
in
nowhere.
the counties.
Mono.
A little girl. There's always a little girl. For the second time in as many days, I'm on a precipice.
So, I had a theory about the candy from the trailers. That the candy is how they get people.
But this time, I have to jump.
Issue 1 on October, but that's like right before the game comes out.
Incredible. This is such an amazing day for fans of the Little Nightmares franchise. I, for one, can't wait to see what everyone makes of all of this.
And we're not even
You
done
like
yet.
candy.
I think Alize
Me
and Lonnie
too.
have a few more surprises up their sleeves before we return to the carnival, don't you?
Yeah, speaking of it, we're actually working on a young adult horror novel.
Because it's a literal nightmare
set
world and
in
the
that
adults don't know
same
why.
location.
Well, one of the
I
adults knows
can't wait
why.
for you to dive into it.
Where am I going to find the time to read all of these? Oh my God.
Yeah, the girl named Hush met
What can you
Mono.
tell us
She did,
about
she
the
did.
young adult novel?
The novel tells the story of a young girl named Ruse. She wakes up in the carnival in a dark room, and she's there with 2 other kids that she has never met before. One of them is a mousy girl who has a noose around her neck, and the other one is this
Sound goes on and
frail,
off. It's fine for
starving
me.
boy who has a mask over his face. And in that moment, for Ruse, 2 things become uncertain. One is whether or not she'll be able to get out, and 2 is whether or not these kids will be her friends or something a little more sinister.
Well, I'm already creeped out and suspicious.
So we got Little
when can
Nightmares
read the book?
3
It will be out in September.
in October.
Wow, so games, podcasts, comics, young adult novel.
Oh, it's a
Is there anything else we
novel.
can be looking forward to?
I mean, young
Well,
adult, but still, I'll
we
read
might
it.
have something
I'll read
else,
it.
But I don't know. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure, we have one more surprise for you. It's something we've been crafting very carefully behind the scenes for quite a while now.
We've got Little
It's a
Nightmares
project that's
3,
really close to our
season 2 of
hearts.
the
And
audio
I think we
series,
have a teaser for
the
you right
comic,
now.
and a novel. That's 4 things. And then another thing. What's this? Different game? In the same world as Little Nightmares? I love this, like, little, you know, what do you call it? Like, handcrafted art style going on. A lot of games are doing this lately. Yeah, stop motion. Yeah. Lots of games are doing this lately.
Incredible. I'm so excited to see what that becomes. Although something tells me it's not going to end well.
Well, it's not called Little Nightmares for nothing. So we'll be gradually
I
revealing
am
more about these upcoming
hyped,
projects
guys.
over the coming months.
How
So
have we
please
just
keep an eye
had,
on
like,
our
a
social
whole
media channels
showcase
and
of stuff?
website, if you think you can handle it, of course.
And thanks to Lonnie and Elise, who we appear to have left behind us now in the counties.
Little Nightmares,
for that
the
treasure
movie?
trove of information. Now, we welcome to the sofa. It is the producer
Could
and
be a
art
movie.
director of Little Nightmares 3, Coralie.
But it also could be a
Kim.
game.
Hi, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Now, Coralie, what can you tell us about the
A movie would be sick.
So our 2 friends, Lo and Alone, they are trapped in the spiral. It's the
What
part of the
a
Nowhere
lovely
that they're
name,
trying to
Coralie.
escape. So now they are in Carnival. It is a fun fair which is filled with like disturbing attractions and frightening visitors.
It's like Coraline, but without the end.
Yeah, I hated fun fairs as a kid. Flashing lights, odd shapes, stalls covered in old soft toys. Wasn't my thing.
Yeah, right. And it's all full of
It's a movie,
noise,
you're buying tickets?
people,
Me
lights.
too.
It's very overwhelming.
Showing us so
Yeah,
much
I've gotta say,
content.
though, as much as I hated it when
I
I was
have
younger,
thoughts. I'm gonna let them.
this
I'm gonna let
level
them
is one of
talk,
my
but I have
favourite in the
thoughts.
game. It's really cool. Should we jump in and take a look?
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
show me.
Here we go.
So here are Lo and Alone. So Lo is the boy with the raven mask and the blue cape, and Alone is the one
Yeah,
with
okay.
the
Alone's
red
the girl, which
face
means that
and the
Lo's gonna
crimson
die.
suits.
And they've come to the carnival today.
Yeah, exactly.
See, this part
It's a
looks like
fanfare,
Little
but you'll
Nightmares.
see
If they'd
that
have led with
nothing in there is
this,
so fun.
look at that little creepy little puppet thing.
it's not a
If they'd have
great
led
day to
with
be at a
this,
fun
people I
fair.
think would have been a lot more excited than the desert
too bad
area,
today.
because the desert area
Yeah, it
is
It's
so
pretty
different.
miserable. I mean, this is one of the cool
You know
things
what I
about the
mean?
level, I think. We tried to introduce a lot of movement into the space, so you're going to see the wind, the rain, thunder,
Look at that
lightning.
weird
All
guy
of
on
that
the
really adds to
board.
the atmosphere, I think.
Yeah, and look at that depth into the distance there, the extent of the carnival.
Yeah, and you can see a bit more of the carnival from the top in here. I think it's really interesting to see all the big vistas that we can have in there.
Yeah, the vistas are really cool. You're going to see that as we zip
Yeah,
across
this
the
area I
space
think is
now.
probably going to be my favorite. I think.
Feels really 3D, even though we've still got
The desert
the
area is so orange. It's so
2.5D
bright.
doll's
That's the
house.
problem. It's very different.
I mean, it looks beautiful, grim, but like, you know.
Is that guy just
beautiful in
dead,
that Little
bobbing for
Nightmares
apples?
way. Who are these monsters we're seeing around?
So they are the herds. They represent the dull, grinding
The
monotony
herd?
of the working life.
Yeah.
You can find them in the candy factory.
You've missed
but
a
also
lot.
here, when they are allowed to have a bit of fun.
October
in
10th,
the
release date for
carnival.
Little Nightmares 3. We're getting season 2 of The Sounds of Nightmares. We're getting a new novel. We're getting a comic. Something else, which might be a game or a movie, we don't know, but it's stop motion, but it's in the world of Little Nightmares. So quite a lot.
I really love
Visuals
watching
insane.
the
It looks
players work
great.
together to
I
solve some
mean,
of these
Little
puzzles.
Nightmares has always
It's
looked
really
good.
fun when you do that.
I'm really looking forward to
And Apple a Day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah.
Don't
I
worry,
think
the
it's
doctor's
adding
dead.
so
We killed
much
him last
to
game. It's fine.
madness, being able to enjoy it with your friend. Because in fact, a lot of people were doing it, but like just watching their friend playing and stuff like that. Now they can just play together.
Oh, he looks creepy.
So here, this herd was just blocking the way, so that's why they moved the candies, because right now he's just occupied and we can go through.
Nice. I can identify with that. I'm easily distracted with candy as well.
Same.
I'm not sure this candy you actually want to eat.
Do I not?
It's pretty, it's pretty disgusting.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
So everything you see in the sets is pretty grimy and mucky. You know, they're not going to get signed off for health and safety.
This game will connect to the tune anyway, because it honestly doesn't look from the looks of it. Well, it is in the same world. It is in the same world. It's in the nowhere, so it is connected. But whether it's directly connected, I don't know yet. A pinata. So, like, these are basically the same as the school children from Little Nightmares 2, but they're a bit more.
So one of the cool things about the design of the puppets is they're just that
Yeah.
bit bigger than the kids. You know, they're threateningly larger, but compared to some of the other antagonists,
And
they're
equals
quite
child
small.
catcher. That was
It
my
means they
theory
can
from
be
the
quite
Sounds of
quick.
Nightmares.
And as a player, it gives you a bit of hope that actually
I had a very
you
similar
might have a chance
idea.
of beating them.
You're eating gummy bears? I wish I had
Candy corpse
candy.
pinata thing going on in the background there. That's
I went to the
delightful,
store yesterday for
cheerful stuff.
snacks and I didn't buy any.
Yeah, so this being the sort of grim world of the nowhere, none of these attractions are particularly pleasant.
No, I don't remember this one from the fun fair.
It's like an escape thing. What are they, you know what they called? Like an escape artist? But I don't think he's escaping that, if I'm being honest.
Oh,
Well, he's definitely not escaping now.
He's having a terrible day.
Citrus Skittles. I read that as Circus Skittles.
Okay, so this is going to be me and you, Maya. Who do you want to play as?
Well, I think I prefer alone with the little pigtails.
Yeah, I want to be
They
alone.
resemble her in real life, so.
Yeah, there we go. All right, fine. Okay, I'll take the mask. I like
Enemies
the
will die if you
mask.
destroy the
Yeah, like that?
head. Yeah. Just like zombies.
Do you have a favourite, Coralie?
I think it would be alone, but I love them both, to
Yeah,
be
of course.
honest.
I like how
I'm really
everyone
looking forward
likes
to the players
Alone
to just
more, which is
discover the whole
ironic
new
because I
story
definitely
that
think
we have
Lo's gonna
behind Little
die.
Nightmares 3 and
Your birthday party's
see,
tomorrow? Go
like,
out see my friends
all
and
the
eat my
life
family.
together
I mean
of
my
the
cake. Yeah,
characters.
don't eat
Really
the
love
family.
that. The
Enjoy
way
the
they
birthday
are
party though.
working
Happy
together, but
birthday.
Also, the way they are to
A lot
break
of circus
things.
themes lately. Has there?
The way everything is like intimidatingly oversized, like we're kids at a fun fair, but it's not a fun fair.
All I'm gonna
designed
say,
for us.
guys.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't feel safe. there as a
Tickets,
kid.
please. Tickets, please. I never hear tickets, please again in my life.
You can see the sleeping puppets.
I'm gonna play
so
alone
you
because of the
have to be
bird
really
mask.
careful not to wake
It
up.
always looks like a
Now
It
that'll
looks
be
like a
me
plague
messing
mask
up
to
the
me.
stealth When we play together, Maya.
Well, obviously it is a
Forgive
bird
me
mask,
now
but it looks like a
in
plague doctor.
advance for mucking
Tickets,
up my
please.
sneaking.
This scene's really cool.
Yeah, the
It's full of
puppet's
loads
kind of
of
creepy.
tension.
I like it.
It's okay, Maya. We'll be doing this together, so we'll be much braver as a pair.
Absolutely, Jane.
I'm probably gonna play this on the channel solo. By the way, I don't think I'm gonna like play it co-op just because, you know, having to rely on another person for a recording could be a bit tricky. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. So there'll be a playthrough on the second channel. See the pinned comment if you haven't seen it. But yeah, I'll do a playthrough first, and then I'll do theories.
They made it. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone can breathe again now. There's going to be no more puppets. Well, I assume no more
Is
puppets
this the same
ever.
carnival as the Sounds of Nightmares?
Not sure.
Quite
Not
possibly,
sure.
yes.
There's always more puppets.
It's one of the cool things about the Little Nightmares.
And then I'll
games,
do
which
Brim.
is
I
really
will
important
finish
to
Brim.
us as well, is that
Chill out. I will
a lot
finish
of the
Brim.
storytelling is done in the set dressing.
Mm.
So all of the objects that you see, everything that we design, we take great care because we know the fans really love looking into the detail on that stuff.
I wanna
And
hear
they're
what he
going to
says
make up
first.
really cool theories. So
Yes, we
do a lot
are
of
going to make up really
storytelling
cool
and placement
theories.
of
You're
things
right,
in the
buddy.
set.
You are right. We
So
are.
you're, like, consciously,
No,
like,
I'll do a 10 things
leaving
you might have
clues
missed
in
for
the
the actual
environment.
game
Yeah, absolutely. That's really,
when the
really
game releases in
important.
October.
Very cool.
And thank
Which is
you
actually
for
not that
reminding
far
me.
away if you think about it.
Love reading
We're
this
in
theory.
end of June, so
me
July,
too.
August, September. 3 months. Three full months.
Again, the cool thing about this is, as kids, you feel like you're sneaking into a space you probably shouldn't be in.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things I loved about playing the previous Little Nightmares games as well, is the fact that you're kind of sneaking around in places that you shouldn't be.
Yeah,
It makes
bit
it feel more unsafe.
Yeah, a bit of
Saw some purple
illicit
coat for the
trespassing.
guy.
But for this puzzle, I think
I love these
we
little
will
battery
cut it
things.
soon because we don't want
In Super Hero Bro would be cool. Yeah, I don't really like. I
There we
like
go.
Super Hero Bro.
Figure it out for yourself.
Yeah.
But we've never really collabed on anything.
Okay.
But I think I'd probably like to take it at my own
Classic
pace,
sneaking.
you know, because I'll want to look at all the little details and stuff too. So. I can hear a gnome, I swear. Yep, I told you. I told you I could hear a gnome. They show the whole level. I don't think it's the whole level. I think it's like a segment of it. You have a lot of theory videos to listen to while eating. Yes.
Quite like the fact that
I'll
all
probably do
bright
quite a few
lights
videos for this
are in the
game.
background. You know, you're sort of sneaking through behind the scenes in the darkness, trying to stay safe. You're going to see Alone here using the tool in a slightly different way, this time to smash through a doorway to make progression.
Handy.
Yeah, that's something we had in
there are different ways
the second
of
game
using
too.
the tools, and sometimes in the different chapters.
Darkest of the game I love is Lost in Random. You will check what game to play. I started that. I was doing a playthrough on it and I never finished it, so I like privated all the videos. But I actually really liked Lost in Random. It was good. I think Mono got lucky not to die.
Another blimming pinata.
Well, he did turn into a monster.
Yeah, of these.
They're quite
For me to play alone.
Pinata, but
I
they
think
don't usually
I'd
have like
play alone.
dead bodies inside them.
Yeah, it's pretty grim.
But we are stuck right now, so we need his help.
There's the teddy bear. We've seen that in the other games. Wait.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a blindfold on. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's kind.
That's not co-op, since the cameras are following both of them. Well, no, because if you're playing online, then the camera for your friend's camera would follow them.
Leave you to your pinata
right?
now.
Have I played Out of Sight? Yes, on the second channel, Sean, there is a full playthrough of Out of Sight. I enjoyed it.
I like this like
It was quite good.
sideshow attraction. That looks fun. Can we have a go on that?
That's going to be an
It was
achievement.
really important so that any character you will play, you will be able to do the.
Cool.
to do-
Okay.
There's a little gnome drawing on there as well.
It's a nice carousel in the background there.
Your sister and I love this series. Glad to have a game we can both play together to look forward to. Yeah, that's really cool. For people who want to play the game co-op, that's a really awesome idea.
And some herd queuing. Just having a queue. Must be something good. What
Well,
are they queuing
we do
for?
know that the world
sure
is
it's
set in
something good.
is based on
Oh.
Britain, so
Well, that's
Sorry.
just typical.
Yeah.
are there going to be microtransactions? I highly doubt it. There have never been any in the... Well, you could buy like a mask pack for the first game, and that was it. And there's been like a little DLC, but that's it. I don't think there's going to be any microtransactions. There's not going to be any like Little Nightmares loot boxes.
Okay,
Don't worry.
looks like we get to go on a ride at
Will I
last.
finish Lost in Random? Maybe one day.
Okay, a roller coaster.
Maybe.
Now, in what way is this going to be like a nightmare roller coaster?
I think there might be some clues in the design, but I don't want to spoil it for the fans, so people are just going to have to look really carefully and figure it out.
Something to do with these sinister mystery bags.
Yeah,
in
the
car with us.
body bags that are in there.
Oh, well, at least we get to go on a ride, though.
Yeah, it's a nice way to see the rest of the fair.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
This area is quite big.
All right, and now the climb.
Think there will be a bigger DLC this
Now that's
time?
where we
I mean,
stop. We hope you enjoyed the journey.
I hope
It's
so.
far
The
from being
first
over.
DLC for the
I
first
did
game was
enjoy the journey.
amazing.
Thank you so much, Coralie. Thank you, Tim. That was great. I'm currently caught between the fun of the
Yeah,
fun fair
this
and
area
lingering, like, uncanny,
impresses me a
creepy
lot more than
feeling,
the first
and I cannot
area.
wait.
Like
to
if
find
they'd
out
have,
where
if
this
they'd have
roller
led
coaster
with
takes
this,
us.
I think people would have been a lot more excited and less worried. Because this feels more like Little Nightmares used to feel. Like this feels more similar to Little Nightmares 1 and 2. Whereas the desert area felt so different. So I
Now
think
that we know a bit
it's a little
more
bit of a
about the
mistake.
carnival, Maya, what can you tell us about the different editions that are available to pre-order?
So before we go through that, Jane, I'd just like to remind everyone that the game will be available in both solo and online co-op modes.
Yep.
Plus, with the Friends Pass, people who purchase the game will be able to invite a friend for
Oh,
the
that's
entire
cool.
game,
Like,
even if their friend doesn't own it themselves.
Split Fiction.
Oh, I love that. Okay, what a great
And it
way
takes
to
two.
have your friends join you on your Little Nightmares 3 journey.
Yeah, exactly. Now, about those pre-orders, they are now open for all platforms,
Sweet.
except for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. That will come at a later date.
Okay, and there are a few different versions that people can choose between?
Yes, there are.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to
first,
buy
as
the
well as
biggest
the
one.
standard edition.
Can I get
we have
collectors?
The deluxe edition. So this one includes the Residence costume pack, which
Okay.
I'm sure our fans will
Expansion
instantly
pass.
recognize from our previous
Expansion.
games. It also includes the Secret of the Spirals expansion.
Ah, they got a lady and a chef. Okay,
adding
I'm
2
going to
new
buy that
chapters,
for sure.
Exploring new locations in the spiral. And last but not least, the expansion pass includes a costume set inspired by
The
an
Ferryman,
iconic
nice.
character from the
Yeah, we got a
Little
chef.
Nightmares
Those
universe.
and the
A lot.
lady.
It really is. And
I'm going to
for
buy the
those who
best
want
edition,
even
whatever the
more,
biggest edition is.
We have the collector's edition, which includes everything.
Can I
from the
get a
deluxe,
collector's edition though?
plus a steel book, an art book, and
Like, are they going to be in stock?
What's this?
This beauty.
Hey.
That is kind of cool.
I do. Yeah, let me
There
look.
you go. Just
Aw.
look at those details.
Cute.
kinda cool.
I love that. Awesome.
And if that's still
I've got no
isn't
room
enough,
for it,
we
but-
also have the premium collector's edition with even more content available exclusively on the Bandai Namco store.
With a gnome?
Okay.
A
which will
gnome
also be
controller
home,
holder?
by the way, to an extensive lineup of merch, which
Sure.
includes this
Hey.
jacket. Look at this.
Yeah. I've been eyeing that.
That's
In
a cool
fact,
jacket,
I've
I
got
like it.
mine already.
What? Where did
Yeah.
you get
I read
that
to my
from?
dad and he's been
From
into
the
it.
Bandai Namco
Nice.
store.
Of course.
And there's a pre-order bonus that you can tell us about.
Yes, there is. So we absolutely loved.
It'll be
the first
limited
two
and
games,
rubbed by
and,
scalpers,
you know,
yeah.
as fans ourselves,
They always
we
are.
really wanted to give players a little nod.
Bandai,
to
send me
level
one.
6
Send me one.
with the Dark
Streamer
6
privilege.
costume sets.
Dark
Well,
6
that's
costume set?
Because
Okay,
I
well,
don't
so
think
6
any of
is in
us
Little
want
Nightmares
too
3.
much. Six.
Never.
Dark
And
6
for
though.
those who want to see even more of 6, I'm very happy to announce that over 8 years after the release of Little Nightmares, we'll be releasing the enhanced edition of the game on PlayStation
Sure.
5, Xbox
Cool.
Series, PC, and Nintendo Switch 2. And that will be at the same time as Little Nightmares 3. Do you want to take a quick look?
I do, yeah.
Weird to release it on the same day. It's a bit odd. I did like the enhanced edition for Little Nightmares 2 though. It was slightly better. Like the graphics were slightly nicer. 60 FPS. Let's go. But I would, okay, guys, I would do a playthrough of this for you, but you're releasing it on the same day as the... So what do you mean? Yeah, look, the reflections look great. And they did in Little Nightmares 2, but I don't think my footage captured it very well. Revised checkpoints. Traversal assistance. I mean, if you need that, you're a bit of a noob, but, you know. God, I love this game so much. So October 10th is just Little Nightmares Day now. October 10th, 2025. $50 is crazy for the base game. No.
Now, how did you like that?
I don't think so.
loved it. Now we've
I
come
don't think so.
outside with
I think
Coralie
games are
to
getting more
talk
expensive.
about this new
And if there's no
enhanced edition.
microtransactions.
Coralie, what can you tell us about the changes and upgrades and tweaks you've made for this new version?
So with Little Nightmares 3 catching the attention of so many new players, we really wanted to bring 6 stories up to today's standards. So the first thing you notice is the announcement visuals.
Absolutely stunning, that's for sure.
Thank you. And you will see that we've added ray
That's a bit about
tracing,
$20
volumetric
though.
lighting, all
But
of
like, we
those
don't know
things
how
that
big
add so
Little
much
Nightmares
to the
3 is going to be.
atmosphere
It could be 3
while
times as
staying
long
true
as Little
to the
Nightmares
DNA
1.
of the game.
Do you know what I
We've
mean?
also added
So
new
like,
gameplay helpers
don't complain
and new
about it until we've
checkpoints,
seen how
and
long the
that's
game
to
is and
make
how
the
much
game
content's in
even more
there.
enjoyable
Right.
for also new players.
Like, I
So
feel
it's gonna
like,
be a great
personally, I
way
think a lot
for
of people
someone who's,
complain
like,
about
literally
price
never played the
at
first
whatever
game to
price people
experience
put
it
things
for the
at,
first
right?
time, but
Like, if
also,
you have a game
you
at
play the first
$20,
game,
someone
you
will
kind of
complain and say it should be
relive
10.
with a new modern
And if you put it
look.
at 30, someone will complain and say
And
it
to
should be
give
20.
everyone the chance to dive right in,
But like,
Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition will be available immediately.
it's a single player
for
game.
anyone who pre-orders a digital edition of Little Nightmares 3
Oh,
on PlayStation
okay.
5,
So
Xbox
you can get
Series,
Little
and
Nightmares
PC.
enhanced
Oh,
now
wow.
if you
So
pre-order.
I basically need to go play it
Fine.
right after we finish doing
But-
this show.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you might not have to wait that long.
I don't
because
know.
I think this concludes our show for today.
I'd rather a
So,
game had a
Little
base
Nightmares
price
3
and
will be
everything was
out
included.
on
And then
October
if you
10th,
don't want to pay the
2025
base price,
on
don't pay it,
PlayStation
right?
5 and PlayStation 4, Xbox Series and Xbox One.
But I think
Nintendo
that-
Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 and PC. And you can go to the Little Nightmares website to check
If you
the
compare
different
this to,
pre-order offers
say-
in your country.
God, a ban.
As mentioned, Nintendo
Right, there's-
Switch
there's a
and
lot
Nintendo
more
Switch
work
2
gone into
pre-orders
it, right?
will open at a later date. And don't forget to join our new Discord server for all the info on the franchise.
Yeah, it's a great place to
Rather
share
high
your
price and 20
wildest
minute DLCs.
theories. I
Exactly.
know Maya loves to read
Exactly.
them.
That's what I would
almost
rather
as
do.
much
Because
as
you
I
can always
do.
save up for the
Oh, I
game, right?
really do. It's
It's
always
not
great
going
to see what
anywhere.
our
Like, the
amazing
game's
yet
going to be there
little bit
in a
distorted
year.
community
Like,
has
save
in
up for it.
mind. I know I'll be right there after the
Oh,
show.
wait for a sale. Wait for a
But
sale.
before we
Steam
wrap
will have
up
a sale.
Today, we've got one final small surprise for you. An early sneak
Oh.
peek at another project currently in development.
Another project. Another one? Another one? Wait, this is Little Nightmares 2. Is this the signal tower after Little Nightmares 2? DLC? Little Nightmares 2 DLC? No way. No way. absolutely no way are we getting a Little Nightmares 2 DLC. We're getting a Little Nightmares 2 DLC, bro. No way. Oh, I'm getting chills. I'm actually getting chills. I'm actually getting chills. There's no way. Oh, no. It's a VR game. No.
Amazing stuff. I cannot
I
wait
don't
to
have
experience
VR.
Little Nightmares in VR.
I don't
But
have
I think I have
VR.
to be a little patient for that one.
Am I going to have to buy
With that
VR
final
now?
surprise, we have come to the end of our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm off to play Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition while I wait for Little Nightmares 3 to come out in October. I will see you in the nowhere.
Take care, little ones.
Bye.
All right, guys, in the chat, out of 10, what's your rating out of 10 for the showcase? Give me an honest rating out of 10 in the chat. While I watch this bit. Six? A 6? Oh. I get it, because 6, right? I get it. Okay, I do find it super interesting that this whole teaser has focused solely on this part. None of the desert area at all. Clever move. Clever move, guys. Listen. Clever move. I'm going to see your ratings in a second, but clever move. Honestly. I think this is going to get a lot of people more excited for the game. Like, what is this place? Hanging the little pan. Well, I'm so excited for this now. Like, honestly, this has made me way more excited than any of the other trailers so far. And I know it's only one of the areas, but this is what I wanted to see. So, yeah, who's that guy? October 10th. Mark your calendars. And sat in front of a fire just like 6. There's too many teasers. There's too many teasers to 6. Okay, let me see your rating. So we got 6, 9, 7, 8.9, 7, 10, 7.8, 9, 6, 6. Lots of 6s. I get it. 8, 9, 10, 8, 7, 9, 8, 7.5, 10, 10, 7, 9. Nobody thinks it was awful. Like, no one's giving me like a 2, a 3, or a 1. That was yeah, I'm gonna give that showcase like a solid, honestly, like a solid 9 out of 10. You know what, I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10 because I did not expect all of these additional things, right? Like potentially a whole new game, maybe a movie, new season of the Sounds of Nightmares, new comic, a novel, so much. They lost points for no DLC. Well, that VR game does look like a Little Nightmares 2 DLC. There was the music box. That door was specifically from Little Nightmares 2. So it seems like maybe that is going to be basically a Little Nightmares 2 DLC. I gotta run. Thanks for watching with us. No worries, Tibora. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed it. At the end of the clip where they were on the ride to the left, there was a character that resembles a silhouette. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look because I'm like paying attention to chat and everything. So I will go back through and have a look at the actual trailer in a bit more detail. Maybe I'll get my theory brain on. I'm gonna see how everything ties together, but it feels sad you have to pay the deluxe to get 2 more chapters. What they usually do for situations like that is you can buy the base game and then you can buy the deluxe upgrade later. So, but then also at the same time, they did this with Little Nightmares 2. Where it was like an extra chapter and it was literally a 2-minute little thing. So we'll see. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see. Silent Hill F 25th September. Then after Little Nightmares 3, 10th of October. Oh God. Oh, I'm going to be so busy. Oh, I'm going to be so busy this year. Oh, that's a good thing because I like money, but oh, I'm going to be so busy. Right. No one bother me in September and October. Was there any release date? Yes, there was. 10th of October. 10th of October. Oh, I need to join the Discord, actually. I don't think I'm in the Little Nightmares Discord. Let me do it right now. I'm doing it live. Doing it live. Yeah, I mean, I'm joining Little Nightmares. I'm in the Little Nightmares server. What do you want to chat about? All of them. Okay, guys, in the Discord, it's literally just called Stop Motion Project. It does, but it has a picture of a camera. So I don't know if that's hinting that it's a movie. I'm interested in co-op. Sure. There we go. I'm in Little Nightmares server. Cool. I'll have to mute it though after because I hate pings. But yeah. Everyone is joining the Discord right now. Why not? There's too many horror VR games and too little money in my pocket to get a headset. My issue is space. So like I could obviously buy a VR headset for work and call it like a business expense. But I don't have space for it. I need one where I can sit down, because otherwise I'm gonna replay it while we chat, just so that it's back on in the background, because there's a few things that I wanted to like look at. Like for example, that stupid flashing light. I don't think I'm gonna get it. No. I'll record it later and look at it. But yeah, where was the Here we go. I don't really like what they did with customization. What, in terms of skins? Because they've always had that, by the way. Like every Little Nightmares games had skins in some way or another. Like they've had masks or hats or whatever. Dairy video when? I don't know. I'd have to look through the trailers again to see if I can come up with a theory. But yeah. You gotta go. Thank you, Coconut Jelly Bean, for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. Stop motion movie would be perfect. Tie straight with the Coraline aesthetic 6 gave us initially first time. Yes, and if you can't tell, I do love Coraline. I do love Cora, if you can't tell. You have no room for a headset? Yeah, same. Oh, this is so loud. This part is really loud. Jeez. Can I put the server link in the chat? I don't have a link. I use the QR code. This part is so loud. Coraline traumatized you when you were younger. I love it. I love it so much.
The answers.
What I love about Coraline is kind of what I like about Little Nightmares is every time you go back and watch it again, you see things you missed. Like you see little hidden details and stuff. There's so many hidden details in Coraline. I hope if it's a movie, it doesn't flop like the Until Dawn one. No, but the Until Dawn flopped because the premise was a bit silly. Like, I don't know why it was even Until Dawn.
And I'm so happy to be here.
You know what I mean?
We have some charmingly terrifying.
But yeah, we had.
We're going to be joined by some fantastic guests
We had.
who have been working on a variety of Little Nightmares games and projects.
This trailer that I missed a little bit because I was messing with audio.
Exclusive Little Nightmares 3 trailer.
Are those heads in the background? Wait. Heads? Yeah, they look like doll heads. I think they're dolls because we had the puppets, right? In the trailer, we saw the puppets. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. Okay. Yeah. This part definitely, I think they should have focused on this more to begin with. But oh, there was the eye. There was the eye there as well. This is interesting. Like, why are there like, what are these? What are these? There's like hanging people, which I mean, that is kind of like a staple of the series, but they shouldn't have used the game IP. It should have been on its own merit. Or you think this should have been not have been a Little Nightmares game, but it's directly tied into Little Nightmares though. You read the description for the Little Nightmares pre-order page on the PS Store and saw that you'll get the game as a remastered version. Did they say something about it? Yeah, if you pre-order Little Nightmares 3, you get Little Nightmares 1 remastered, which is great. If it's Little Nightmares 3, there has to be a third character. Maybe it's 6. Maybe it's someone else. I mean, there doesn't have to be a third character, but I'm still hoping we do get to see, you know, even if it's just a little teaser, like a little hint of 6, that would be great. Oh, I'm so sorry. The Until Dawn movie. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, I agree. I agree absolutely. Until Dawn movie made no sense. I don't know why they didn't just make the game into a movie. Just have the Wendigos or whatever. Like, I don't understand why. The Until Dawn game was forced upon my chicken hands one Halloween. Friends have stream, calm down. You played it, you had a character each. You wussed out at the bath scene. I really enjoyed Until Dawn. And by the way, so for those of you who don't know, Until Dawn was made by Supermassive, right? I know the Dark Pictures games were made by Supermassive. And just a funny little aside. But I really like them. I really like the Dark Pictures games. I think they're fantastic. They do have little problems. Not little problems, but they're not for everybody. There's definitely things about them that I can understand people don't like, but I personally do. I like them. Where can you go to pre-order? Depending on what platform you want to pre-order. So if you want to go onto Steam, it'll be on Steam. If you want to do it from PlayStation, it'll be on the PlayStation Store. You bet the Until Dawn case was rather successful through the option choosing while playing. You bet the Until Dawn game was rather successful, do you mean? I mean, yeah, Until Dawn has like a cult following for sure. I'm guessing it's a PS5 version of the Little Nightmares one because you already own it on PS4 as a digital download. No, this is Little Nightmares 1 remastered, which we haven't actually had until today. We had a Little Nightmares 2 remastered. It's like a graphical remaster and some slight changes to it, which is what they already did with Little Nightmares 2. And it was decent. It was decent. The remaster for Little Nightmares 2 was decent. I don't think my footage really captured it very well, but the graphical upgrade was good. Like, you could see better reflections and stuff like that. I went to the movie not expecting the game we made into a movie, so that's probably why I enjoyed it more. Sure, I haven't actually watched it yet. I just have seen like a lot of reviews and stuff for it, but I just think that it's one of those things where it's like, if you're gonna base a movie off of a game, why would it not be related to the game? Whereas it didn't really seem like it was related to the game at all. You know what I mean? Maybe where the parasite eye is? Huh? You love the games. We have done most of them now. I managed to go through all of Little Hope, I think it was. Yeah, I like them all. The only one I haven't finished was the latest one. But I am quite looking forward to the new one, the space one. I've forgotten what it's called. It's called like Directive something, or I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one for sure. See, oh wait, yeah. This was what somebody was talking about earlier. Purple coat, like the ringmaster. Oh, I can't find it. Hold, please. Yeah, so there's a purple coat here. And then we see it again in a minute. So I'm guessing this will belong to the ringmaster. Yeah, purple coat there as well. Maybe you can't see it because my head's in the way. 3322. What are we 3322ing? Wait. 3322. What are we 3322ing? Can we wear Dark Six jacket on the Little Nightmares 1 Enhanced Edition? I'm pretty sure those are cosmetics for this game. Oh, the purple coat? Yeah, I'm here now, but my head's in the way. Hold on. There you go, purple coat. So I'm guessing that's going to be an enemy in the game. Oh, no, dude, look, there's a little mini one too. Isn't that from The Sounds of Nightmares? The guy wearing the purple coat, didn't he have like a little mini puppet as well? I'm pretty sure in the audio series, he had like a little puppet. If you remember. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be the guy from The Sounds of Nightmares. Yes. That sounds cool. Okay. Yeah, I remember now. I was like, I've listened to The Sounds of Nightmares twice, but I've just remembered that part. Because he had like I think the puppet was the one that was moving, not him, right? Or something like that. And Noon was talking about how, like, the puppet was looking around for her, but the big guy was still, or something like that. It was something odd. But yeah, so there's definitely going to be at least hints to the audio series. Learning to listen to the sound of nightmares. It was really, really good. It adds a lot of context though to the world of Little Nightmares. It basically explains what the world is, which in one way, I really like that we finally have an explanation for what the world is. But on the other hand, I'm kind of like, oh, it was kind of cool when it was a mystery. But yeah, the Sounds of Nightmares basically explains how this world works and what it is. Not fully, of course, but it gives us the basic idea of it. In the Theater of the Living Mall, I thought the puppet guy was in the carnival. There was there's the one with Rusty, right? There was a guy called Rusty, and they went to a carnival together, and Rusty was performing the trapeze or something, and they were planning an escape. I'm pretty sure it was that episode. Yeah, the circus. That's it. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure this circus is the circus from the Sounds of Nightmares. But yeah, did you enjoy it? The Sounds of Nightmares, Panda? I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, I'm kind of like, I kind of want to go back through and actually like dissect these trailers properly. But yeah. Some very interesting points for sure. Did those guys not have heads? They were swinging around on like a... So by the way, this part is very reminiscent of Little Nightmares 2, with the family sat at the table that for some reason weren't alive, but they were all puppets. So this, I'm not saying that it's a Little Nightmares 2 reference, but it's definitely a similarity for sure. So it was after this bit, they were swinging around on like a swing. Oh, stop it. Stop. Not the Warhammer content. Not the Warhammer content. I'm being doxxed. My Warhammer YouTube watching habits are being doxxed. Is this the same? Yeah, who's this guy? We keep seeing this guy, but we only see his shadow. Can't wait for the second season. I also can't wait for the second season. Hope your goat Mono returns. He's not Mono anymore. He's the Thin Man. Sorry. Yeah, the Huntsman's family. Exactly. That was like such a... For those people who don't remember that part in Little Nightmares 2, that was such like a weird, random moment where it was just like a table with a bunch of puppets sort of like sat there eating, but they're not really eating because they're puppets. It was so odd. Like that kind of stuff I love. And that's why I'm really excited for Reanimal, because there's going to be a lot more of that kind of stuff where it just doesn't really make any sense. But now, from seeing these trailers and seeing this area more, it seems like we are going to get this again in Little Nightmares 3. So I just don't know why they didn't show this off to begin with. Why didn't they just show this off and then, you know, we could have seen the desert area later. Like, it's fine. Yeah, I can't tell if they have... Wait, hang on. How do I go back? Here we go. I do it like this. I think they do have heads, but they're like, yeah, okay. They're going on a little swing. Look at him. I mean, he's having the time of his life. Look, his little legs dangling. Look at those little legs. Have they said if this is a prequel to the other games? They have not, but I think it would be very odd. I think it would be very odd if they did that once where Little Nightmares 2 was a prequel and Little Nightmares 3 would also be a prequel. I think that would be a little crazy, but who knows? Thank you, Modred. Yeah, I remembered. So... Like, who is banging this pan as well? That's another thing I want to know. Like, who is banging this pan? An evil dunk tank? Literally an evil dunk tank, yeah. Low shoots them with the arrow to knock their heads off, and Alone smashes their heads with the wrench to destroy them. I imagine there'll be multiple ways you can deal with these enemies. But, like, who is this guy coming through the door? Because we've seen him a few times in this trailer. And who's the one banging this pan? He's got to be like he's got to be an enemy, right? Someone's mad they can't cook. Do you think it's the chef's biggest fan? I do like that they're doing a lot of close-up shots so we miss things. I like that. I don't want to see everything, you know? But yeah, who's banging this little pan? Weirdo. Maybe it's the ringmaster's puppet. It could be. So I definitely think the ringmaster is going to be an enemy in this game. I definitely think that we're going to see the ringmaster. I just think they're not showing him off yet. Because his design sounded so cool. Steam says comes out on October 9th. Well, they said October 10th. Maybe it's time zone differences. I don't know. Maybe if you're in a different time zone. Because it might be a simultaneous world release, you know? So possibly. Yeah, that's what I was going to say as well. I think Panda might be right. I think it might be a I much prefer a simultaneous time zone release. If it's anyone from Bandai watching, can I please get the game early? Just so I can record. Just so I can record. Please? Please, Bandai? Please? Please? I really like getting games early just so that I don't have to stress like on release day. You know what I'm saying? That would be really nice. Goosebumps, that is a flash from the past. I used to love Goosebumps as a kid. Didn't they make a movie or something recently, or a show or something? With Ross from Friends in it? Guys, can you get on Twitter and tell Bandai to give it me early? Hashtag give Tericho Little Nightmares 3 early. Let's get it trending. Come on, let's get it trending. Yeah, who's this guy? And also, what the hell was that sound? Let's go back again. Let's go back again. It's like a little screech. Okay, YouTube. YouTube, come on now. Come on now. Yeah, who's this guy? They're in cages for some reason. But like he's just showing the shadow of him. I wonder if that is the ringmaster. But listen to this sound. Just a second. Listen to the sound. There's a section you can continue information, but there isn't. Okay. I think it was just like a jump scare sound, but yeah.
The carnival will be
There are two movies.
For today's look at
The show on Hulu, I haven't watched it. Is that any good?
For an extended gameplay demo and a deep dive into that game.
Is so that it doesn't have enough aura? I mean, it might not be the ringmaster. I mean, he does. I can't quite tell if he's wearing a jacket or not. I mean, he doesn't look like he's wearing a jacket there, so maybe it's not the ringmaster. But I'm sure, just like in Little Nightmares 1 and 2, there's going to be multiple different enemies that we're going to face. We already know about the supervisor from the factory. We already know about the big baby. Now there's this guy, but that's only 3. So I'm sure there's going to be more. New Goosebumps was kind of crap in my opinion. Yeah, I didn't really have like massive expectations for a Goosebumps like show or thing, but like I'd give it a go. I like horror stuff, right? Because like the Goosebumps books, I remember them from a kid. Like I remember reading some of them. That's probably what got me into horror, if I'm being entirely honest. Because I watched them as like a kid. I read them as like a kid. I used to have loads of them. I remember I think it was called like Carnival of Terror or something, where they go to I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, they go to a fun fair or a theme park and they all kind of get trapped there. You can order the Spiral edition, but that'll come with a Digital 6 costume. I have no idea. I'd have to look at the editions properly. You're wondering where to get the merch? Can't seem to find it on the webpage. They usually do their merch on Bandai Namco's website. That's usually where they do their merch from. You and your mom love it. It's an anthology from season to season. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Horrorland. There was Horrorland. Hang on, I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google. Hold, please. So can I just have like a list of the books? There we go. List of Goosebumps books. So I definitely read Say Cheese and Die. That one was really good. I read Let's Get Invisible. I read Night of the Living Dummy. I read Haunted Mask. I read Be Careful What You Wish For. One Day at Horrorland. I read that one. Go Eat Worms. I read that. I think I read A Night in Terror Tower. That one sounds familiar. Ayo, it came from beneath the sink. Ayo. I'm pretty sure I read A Shocker on Shock Street. How I Got My Shrunken Head. I read that one for sure. What else did I read? I think that might be it. I think that might be it, but I definitely read those. But then I got into horror like movies at a really young age. So I think Goosebumps was like my gateway horror, right? And then I started watching horror movies like really young, like too young. Like I was too young for them. But look, I turned out fine, right? Right? Like I turned out fine, right? Right? Sure, yeah. But yeah, no, Goosebumps was great. Your brother owned almost all the Goosebumps books and you grew up with the show and the older movies. Yeah, I just like randomly would get them. I think my parents would buy them for me every now and again. They did a PC game of Horrorland, but I can never find it again. It was like a fever dream. Like an old one. Do I think 6 will show up in Little Nightmares 3? I hope that there is at least a teaser to 6. If there's at least a teaser to 6, I'll be happy. They don't have to fully show her, but like if we can just get like at the end of the game like a little teaser and then they can show up in Little Nightmares 4, that would be great. Your mum was watching The Shining as she goes to bed is probably what got me into horror in my childhood. Oh, great. Okay. Let's try and keep the chat mostly friendly. Ghost Dogs was also good. Can't remember if that was the name. That one sounds familiar though. Like that one really does sound familiar with Ghost Dogs in it. Goosebumps got you into Stephen King really early. So you read Goosebumps and then you got into Stephen King, the like legendary author. I read Goosebumps and then started watching really terrible VHS horror movies. But sure. If you was going to read a Goosebumps book first, which one should you read? Probably just the first one. Like they're all good. But the first one is Welcome to Dead House. So you might as well start with that, right? Your dad sat me down for Dawn of the Dead, so same. Divine, fine. Listen. All right? Listen. I don't want to hear none of it. The one movie where the girl starts turning into a pig was my first Goosebumps movie, and it gave me nightmares. But you still watched it. Isn't that also Spirited Away? Is that not Spirited Away, where the parents turn into pigs? It was a game called Goosebumps Escape from Horrorland that came out in the 90s. Oh, is it like a point and click or something? I'd play it. I'd play a 90s like PC game. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I should probably go get some dinner, honestly. I should probably go get some dinner and start dissecting these frame by frame because that's just what I do. Does anyone else got anything burning they want to ask, or if anything you want me to go through again before I wrap up? How long have we been live for? 2 hours. That's not bad. You just arrived. Listen, Drea. Listen. I do need to get dinner at some point. This actually has me excited seeing Mono again.
I gave myself over freely. That's why I'm here. Sick of feeling like a puppet.
Like a puppet? Puppet? Candy?
Work with me. The milk carton cases.
The vanished children. They haunt every mind in the counties.
So, are these children just vanishing from the counties, or are they vanishing from the whole world? Because, like, that's an interesting question, Biggest expectation? My biggest expectation? Like, are you asking what I'm most excited for, or what do you mean by biggest expectation? Mono's your favorite. You can't help but love tragic, hopeless characters. Mono was a great character. I kind of didn't want to play as him because I wanted to play as 6. But, I kind of warmed him. I was cool with it in the end. I enjoy your dinner. Can't wait to get my hands on that novel and comics. Honestly, okay, guys, for anyone who doesn't know Mo Face, Mo does like, I guess what you just say, like creepy lore, I think, because you do like games and other stuff too. But Mo does creepy lore stuff on their channel, and I've said it many, many times. I simp for Mo's voice just because I could listen to your voice all day long. However, you should definitely go give them a follow. Go give them a check out. But yeah, I would love to see, like, have you ever covered Little Nightmares? Would you, if you haven't, like, would you cover it? Have you covered it? Let me know, because I'd love to see some Little Nightmares content. In the previous Little Nightmares video, you said that the thanks for playing screen showing 6 means she escaped the moor, but shouldn't the moor have been closed mean that the boat has left? So in my opinion, and this is just an opinion, just a theory, at the end of Little Nightmares 1, I think the horn means that a new boat was approaching, because there were definitely multiple boats of people arriving at the moor. Because when the boat arrives that we see, there were already dead people there, right? There were already like food there and dead people there. So I think it would be weird if only one boat arrived at the moor. So I think that foghorn was a new boat arriving. Or the same boat picking up a new load of people, whatever. But I think it was saying that it was a new boat. I think that the horn is much more interesting if it's hinting that a new boat of guests is about to arrive who are about to get eaten by 6 rather than getting eaten by the moor, right? Showing how 6 is now the monster. She's the nightmare now, the little nightmare, if you will. And I think it would be really cool if we could actually go through the boat where 6 has killed everybody. I think that would be awesome. Even if it was just like a little like Easter egg, a little cameo, you know, just like a little, you know, seeing those giant guests like terrified for their lives. Like if there's any like survivors, that would be cool. You wish the carnival enemies were a little more unique. The carnival goers remind me of the guests from Little Nightmares 1 and the puppets remind me of the bullies from Little Nightmares 2, but I have hopes of the Ringmaster. I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I also think that this world is so big that I think the people around the world looking similar makes sense, right? Because we saw even in Little Nightmares 2, because a lot of the people in Little Nightmares 2 they looked a bit different, but we did see guests too in Little Nightmares 2. So, what is that picture at 4429? The one at the very bottom right, the side near the shelf. 4429. Hold on. $44.29. I think so. Mine's backwards. Are you talking about these pictures here? The very bottom at the right side near the shelf. Are you talking about this scene or a different one? You haven't. There's so much lore and you're the master in Little Nightmares, so I leave it to you and live vicariously through you. I'm not sure if I'm the master. I do like to joke and call myself the king of Little Nightmares series, but that's just to annoy other people. But no, that's fair. That's fair. I want more content. And I think it's definitely a you know, a series you could cover if you wanted to. But yeah, I definitely need to watch your latest video because I definitely missed it. I may have even missed 2, I don't know. But yeah, I know there's a couple of games you've covered that I've not played yet, so I kind of want to wait till I play them before I watch lore on them. But yeah. What are you hoping to see the most besides 6? I'm honestly most excited to see the enemies, to see the more of this world, see more of the people who live within it, you know. I'd love to see the Ringmaster, that'd be cool. I want to see more of this world. Every time we get a new Little Nightmares game and we get to go into that world and just see how weird and wonderful it is, like, it makes me happy. So I'm hoping that there's, like, Little Nightmares 2, there's going to be little hints and things. Because in Little Nightmares 2, there were a bunch of, like, random, like, massive animals, like rats that were huge and stuff like that were just there for no reason, you know? I think the map represents the places where victims were kidnapped. Possibly. 6 was the cause of 2 kids dead, the Raincoat Girl and Mono. 6 wasn't the cause of the Raincoat Girl dying. That's not true. The Raincoat Girl was the cause of the Raincoat Girl dying. 6 tried to save the Raincoat Girl, and 6 saved Mono several times throughout Little Nightmares 2. It was only at the end that she decided to drop him. And arguably, that was after she had had some form of weird transformation within the signal tower. And we don't know how long she was in there for. One of my oldest theories about Little Nightmares 2 was that just because like a small amount of time had passed for us, I think a large amount of time had passed for 6, which is why she'd grown so big, because she was trapped in the signal tower for like 20 years, say, right? And I think that is why she changed so much and dropped mono, because she's had so much time to think about it. She's had so much time to piece things together. She's had so much time to think and reflect. And she realized that there was nothing she could do. She had to drop him. Not saying she had to drop him. In her opinion, she had to drop him, you know? This scene next to the shelf, the painting or picture that's closest to the bottom. One of these. These are really blurry, so it's hard to tell, but that... I don't know, it looks like masks. There are eyes down here. We can see eyes. This is one of the pictures from Little Nightmares 2 in the hospital. This is like a moon and maybe a sun. I don't know. Wait. No, I was gonna say could be the candy that what's he called? Otto gives to Noon. Maybe it could be that. I don't know. It's really hard to tell because it's very blurry. Little Nightmares 3 doesn't feel as dark and sinister as 1 and 2. I think these areas do. I think the first area doesn't, but I think these areas do. I think the carnival absolutely does. I just think that the desert area, the necropolis, is as it's called, I don't think that does. You forgot 7 was one of 6's victims too. Which one's 7? Which one's 7? Which one's 7 again? Remind me. Which one is 7? Are you talking about in the DLC for Little Nightmares? What? There was a drawing made by a fan with most of the children from the second game. Someone commented that it's sad they're all stuck in a loop, and the dev said all of them, so that confirms the loop. I mean, it doesn't really confirm anything. Let's be fair. It doesn't really confirm anything. The amount of like random stuff that Twitter account has said, like, I don't know if that confirms anything. Can anyone see your comments? I can see your comments. I can see your comments, Scorpion. So you're definitely not shadow banned. Oh, if I recall correctly, 7, 8, 9. You're banned. You're banned. But no, guys, I am gonna go. I'm gonna go and get some dinner, and then I think I'm gonna go back and go through this frame by frame, because it was like, oh, I'll tell you what, one thing I do just before I go, I do want to do this. I do want to look at this again, because this was very interesting.
In that moment for Ruse.
Comics, young adult novel.
I want to see if they hint at what this is.
Well, we might have something else, but I don't know. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure, we have one more surprise for you. It's something we've been crafting very carefully behind the scenes for quite a while now. It's a project that's really close to our hearts, and I think we have a teaser for you right now.
This does look like a movie, you know. Hold, please. Hold, please. Hold, please. I see pictures and I want to check them. It's complaining that there was such a lack of content coming in from Little Nightmares people, and now I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, listen, I complain about this all the time. We go ages with nothing, and then everything comes out at once. And then it's like, it's mildly annoying, in my honest opinion. Right, let's get to the... Okay, so we have... I wish this would go a little faster. This would be so much faster if I was doing it on my editing software, but you know what? It's fine. Like that just come to life by itself? Did that just... I think that just turned on by itself. It's haunted. It's a haunted house.
Right now.
Also, where does she live? Sorry, it's really hard to get to where I want to be. Where does she live? So we have that picture in the background. I can't even see what that is. But they look like pictures out of Little Nightmares. Like, they look odd. Okay. And what's she looking at outside? For Emmy made this replica capture your heart? Him? Like, for Emmy made this replica capture your heart. I think that's what it says. Him. H-Y-M. Him is a cute name. Yeah, it's a little odd. Goddamn cursive, though. Okay, so we've got that, but then look at outside. Like, outside her house looks all like... Are they building new houses? Or... Like, why does no one have a roof? There's like a factory. Oh, I wonder if that could be like the factory from Little Nightmares. But like... Has this been bombed and they're rebuilding? Why do none of the houses have roofs? That's so weird. Think of him for Powerpuff Girls. I've never watched Powerpuff Girls. Him equals him. It could be like a hymn, like a song, or it could be him as in, you know, him and hers. But yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah, so that's very odd. And then also, like I say, the house just like came to life by itself, which is a little odd. Little haunted house. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hope this is a movie. 1 second. 1 second. Watch this window here. Just watch it. Okay. It's like flashing between day and night. Also, there's a train that's been tied to this window. Like maybe she was trying to climb out. I swear there is a shadow there. I swear. Hold. Hold, please. Hold, please. Maybe it's just because of the text. But I swear there's like a silhouette of a person there. A short film? I hope it's like a full film. That'd be great. Okay, so this turns on by itself. Watch. Creepy. Do you think she's gonna go into the dollhouse? That looks cool. I don't know. I think that looks cool. I hope it's a movie. Good showcase. Gonna play a whole trilogy now on PS5. Nice. What was the character called in the novel with Mono? Wasn't that sound-based? Yeah, there was someone called Hush, but there was another character too. There's a shadow there. I thought so. Looks like a TV is on in the window in the bottom right. But there's also like there's the dollhouse, which the dollhouse is the same as her house? Or does she go into the dollhouse? Wait, guys. I think she gets trapped in the dollhouse. Because look, it's exactly the same. It's got the little string with the train. But then in a minute, she's in there. Like... I think she gets trapped in the dollhouse. Yeah, see? Now she's in the dollhouse. Creepy. So I wonder if, like... I wonder if she gets taken in the dollhouse like the kids in Little Nightmares get taken to the nowhere. I think it's a replica. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It's a replica of her house. But then who sent her a haunted replica of her house? I wonder if this is going to be called Replica. Maybe the dollhouse is the same world where Little Nightmares is. I mean, could be. Because it specifically says from the world of Little Nightmares, right? It didn't say from the creator. It said from the world of Little Nightmares. Yeah, so she gets given a replica of her house. Her house is very messy. Is that because it's her birthday or? Yeah, look, she's got like presents and stuff. She's alone. Yeah, from the world of Little Nightmares. So this is set in the same world as Little Nightmares. That's cool. She crouches, it's all broken. Yeah. Also, the sound, the music is very similar to Six's hymn, by the way. Six's theme tune. It sounds very similar. Listen to it. Yeah, so now it's all like broken and weird. But I wonder, okay, so this is probably when she goes into the dollhouse and then she tries to get out and then now it's like all broken. She can't leave. That's what I think. I can't see what's like in the background. Sorry, my light is like super bright. But there's something in the background. It looks like a carriage or maybe like a tent. I don't know. It's really hard to see though. Could this girl be alone? I mean, maybe. No, she's got the wrong color hair though, I think. Let's have a look. Because Alone has red hair. She's got ginger.
Incredible.
Oh, hold on. Let's have another look. I mean, she does have pigtails, but she's not redhead. Yeah, she's got... I think she's got brown hair. But I definitely think... So she goes into the replica of her house and she gets trapped and she can't get out. Which is why she looks all sad here. Maybe. I'm also trying to like see if there's stuff in the background. Again, it's too hard to see with my stream light on. It's like really dark. But yeah. Either way, I think it looks great. Maybe I changed color on the other side. I mean, it could do. It could do. I think she haunts her empty house and someone from the world of Little Nightmares offers her an escape through the replica. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Do we know that they all look the same in the nowhere and outside of it? Well, like the nowhere is in your mind. So I guess maybe you could change how you looked, but I don't think so because Mono hides his face. So I think they do look the same because you're literally like the nowhere starts in your brain like a dream, right? But yeah, what did I miss? Nora, you missed so much. You missed so much. We've got a release date for Little Nightmares 3, October 10th. We've got a season 2 of The Sounds of Nightmares. We've got a young adult novel that focuses on the disappearing children around the world of Little Nightmares. We have a remaster version for Little Nightmares 1. We have a new maybe movie. It could be a game, but I think it's a movie. Gotta rewatch. Yeah, you should rewatch it. There's so much coming. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go get some dinner because it's 9:30. Thanks so much for hanging out. There is a link up at the top. If you like gameplay, only if you like gameplay, if you like gameplay videos, and if you want to see my Little Nightmares gameplay when that comes out, it will be on the second channel. It'll be on the playthrough channel. There's a link at the top of the chat. Go subscribe only if you like gameplay. I have all socials. I have Twitter. I have Instagram. I have Twitch. I have Discord. I have all of those things. I never stream on Twitch though. I never stream. Never anymore. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out. This was really fun. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are. And I will see you all next time.